Welcome everyone to this visually guided walkthrough. In today's explainer, we are tackling the Google and Kaggle 5-day AI course, and specifically, we're zeroing in on the Day 2 assignment, CodeLab 2A. Now I know some of you might be feeling a little overwhelmed by the setup or the terminal interface right now, but hey, don't sweat it. I'm going to be your guide step by step so you can totally crush this assignment with absolute confidence. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into our agenda for today. We're keeping it simple and structured. First up, prerequisites and setup rules. Then, starting the command line, running the core lab instructions, customizing your workspace, and finally, claiming that sweet digital badge.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, Prerequisites and Setup Rules.
So, first things first, we need to make sure our foundation is rock solid. If you missed the setup from day 1, definitely go back and check out our earlier explainer. But here's a huge roadblock I've been seeing a lot of you hit. Wait, what if I literally never got the assignment email? Guys, do not panic. All you have to do is navigate straight to the official Kaggle discussion page for this course. You will find every single CodeLab link posted right there. It's a super quick, easy workaround to keep you moving forward without any delays.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the reward system, because there's been tons of chatter about who actually gets what. Let's clear the air. Those awesome physical swags, those are reserved exclusively for the top performers on the final capstone project. But, and this is a big but, all participants who successfully complete the labs, like the one we're doing right now, will earn the highly coveted digital Google Developer badge. So there is massive value in finishing these labs, regardless of your final project rank.
Moving right along to Section 2, starting the command line.
With the admin details totally out of the way, it's time to open up your command prompt if you're on Windows or your terminal if you're on a Mac. Let's get our hands dirty. The lab instructions mention this thing called an anti-gravity command interface. I know, it sounds a bit like science fiction, right? But honestly, it's simply a custom command line interface, or CLI. Think of a CLI as just a text-based user interface used to run programs and talk to your computer. Seriously, if you're a beginner, please do not feel intimidated. It's literally just a space where we type text commands instead of clicking visual buttons.
Your very first action is getting the environment downloaded. Simply copy the initial download command provided in the lab instructions, open your CMD or PowerShell, paste it right in, and press enter. That's it. Then just sit back, take a sip of coffee, and wait a moment for the installation to complete. The script does all the heavy lifting for you.
Which brings us to Section 3, Running Core Lab Instructions.
Once that installation finishes up, we jump right into the heart of the assignment. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what you need to do to get started. Step 1, type ag version to confirm everything installed correctly. Step 2, type ag login to authenticate and sign into your account. And step 3, simply right-click and paste in your very first instruction command from the lab. By following these 3 steps sequentially, you'll be fully connected and actively running the lab in no time. To make things even easier, I highly recommend taking a quick screenshot of this command cheat sheet. It clearly maps out your absolute most essential commands for the Anti-Gravity CLI. Notice AG version for verification, AG login for access, configure for customizing, and help whenever you need a quick hint. Keep this handy on your second monitor or your phone. Trust me, it will save you tons of time. And speaking of saving time, here is a crucial pro tip for troubleshooting. If the output doesn't display properly, or if you feel stuck in a specific terminal window and you're thinking, how do I get out of here? Just hit the escape key. It acts as a quick refresh or an undo command, safely pulling you out of that view. It's an absolute lifesaver for CLI beginners.
All right, Section 4, customizing your workspace. Now that you're comfortable actually navigating the terminal, let's have a little bit of fun and personalize your environment. When you type that configure command and hit enter, you'll be presented with several customization modes. You can tweak the animation speed to your liking, or, and this is my personal favorite, switch over to a dark mode theme. Just use your arrow keys to select your vibe and hit enter to apply it. Making the workspace comfortable for your eyes is a really great way to stay focused. Now, I know some of you really don't love working purely in a command line interface, and you know what? That is perfectly fine. The source material highlights a really great alternative. If you prefer a standard integrated development environment, or ID, you can simply create a project folder on your desktop, point your IDE to it, and run the use cases directly from there. You have total flexibility to work in whichever environment you know best.
And for the best part, Section 5, claiming your digital badge. All right, we have successfully installed, navigated, and customized our setup. Now for the final and definitely the most rewarding step. Once you complete all those lab instructions, a congratulations message is going to pop up, granting you your digital badge. And notice that this isn't just a standard Kaggle badge. This is an official Google Developer Program badge. So I highly encourage you to view your profile, grab that link, and share your achievement across Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook. Show your network exactly what you are learning. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a quick thought from our source material. CodeLab 2A was a fantastic, simple introduction to get our environments ready and our hands typing. But the real deep dive, the main event, is CodeLab 2B, and it's coming up next. So have you mastered these basic CLI commands yet? Because you are definitely going to need them for what comes next. The real question is, now that you have the tools installed, are you ready to actually build the AI? Practice your setup, and I will see you in the next walkthrough.